Okay. So if we want to record it, you have to give us permission, Reagan.
Well, she records it. We
Okay.
don't record it. Yeah.
And I will share that recording with you guys.
Okay.
So we are recording to the cloud right now. And so thank y'all so much for being here. So we've got some of you joining us live via Zoom. That is the best way to join us if you can, Tuesday nights at 7 o'clock for 8 weeks for 30 minutes, because that is where you'll be able to interact. You'll be able to give feedback, ask questions, and all of that. Another way that you can be joining us is through our Empowered VIPs private Facebook group. So that is for our Empowered Mary Kay unit and its customers. So the consultants that are in my unit get to add their customers to that group, and we do all kinds of fun things on there. So if you're watching this and you think that you are supposed to be in that group and you are not yet, please reach out to your consultant. If your consultant is not in our Empowered group, she's in a different group who also is probably doing all kinds of fun things that she can get you connected to. And then I also am recording it so that we can share it with our friends who are not on Facebook, not available Tuesday nights, whatever the case may be. So we want to, provide multiple ways for you to have access to this really fun, color confident course. So let me first just introduce myself to you. My name is Reagan Danforth-Housen. I'm a senior sales director with Mary Kay Cosmetics. I have been teaching skincare and color for 20 years. 20 years. Really even longer than that. I grew up in Mary Kay, and so I grew up watching my mom teach women how to take care of their skin, how to get the most bang for their buck, how to apply makeup according to their personality, their lifestyle, their skin tone, their hair color, their budget, all of the things. And so that's what we love to do in Mary Kay is we love to customize your education as well as your products for what is going to fit you the best. And so I grew up, around that. And then I learned myself how to do it. One of the things that we would always say growing up is, when I decided to start my Mary Kay business, people assumed that I just knew how to be successful in Mary Kay, how to teach skincare, how to teach makeup and all of that. And to be honest with you, that is not true. Now, we know that our kids pick up on all the things, all kinds of things, whether we want them to or not. It's not really what's taught, it's what's caught. And I caught a lot growing up, being raised by a Mary Kay mama. However, the analogy that we would share and still do is that when I was in junior high and high school, I used to do competitive horseback riding. All right. And my mom would take me to my lessons, and I had practice 2 to 3 times a week. I was in horse shows, I don't even know how often. I wouldn't say every weekend, but a lot. And so she would take me to my practices. She would sit in the arena and watch me go around and around and around and around. And she would hear my trainer yelling at me, telling me what to do, teaching me. He would have when he wanted our horses to get more pep in their step, he had a fire hydrant and like a not a fire, what are the, like under the zinc with the where it would smoke, like those fire put outers. And he would do that in the middle of the arena to get the horses to pay attention and wake up and all of that. And of course, my mom would be like, it startled my mom as much as it startled the horses, but she would watch us, go around and around and around. Okay, so what happens when my mom gets on a horse? Does she have a general concept of some information of things that she heard? Absolutely. But does she know how to go and win a blue ribbon on a horse just by watching me do it? No, of course not. So that is true with everything that we do in life. The best and only way to really learn is by doing ourselves, by practicing. And so I am just super pumped to get to be here with y'all to give you an opportunity to learn. And so for consultants, consultants are here to learn their own color application and tips and ideas. Some consultants, though, have been in the company for a long, long time, and they're already comfortable with that. Or some of our customers, like some of you guests might be on here and you already are very comfortable with makeup application, but you're here to learn maybe just some fun little nuggets. Try something new. Get a little, maybe you're great with your eyeshadow, but you never really have figured out how to contour for your face shape, things like that. And then we also have consultants who are on here because they're learning how to teach it. And so whatever is, your focus for these little 30-minute classes, I want you to know that I really believe you'll pick up something fresh, something new, and something that just simply builds your confidence in your own, color choices and application. In fact, I want to share something with you. And that is, why are we doing this color confident course? Where did this even come from? And so just a little background story for those of you who haven't heard it yet. Back in December, as I was thinking about, my word for the year, what would be my focus personally, spiritually, professionally, all of those things. I just got this aha moment from the Lord of that our unit's focus and theme would be a more confident me in 2023. And that we are going to find areas to grow our confidence, not only in things like skincare and makeup, also things like money management, emotional management, how to be more confident in the God-given gifts that you already have, how to be more confident in expressing those gifts and being a blessing in other people's lives instead of holding them back, worrying that, what people will think if you really live out loud and shine your light so bright that it is a blessing to other people. And so I'm going to share with you the flyer that we came up with, and it is our color confident course with the empowered unit, kicking off a more confident me in 2023. And so with this flyer, you can see just the kind of at a glance schedule of what we're going to be going through. Tonight is color theory. Next week, we're going to be talking about it's prep talk and bases covered. And so that's what we're going to be doing, foundation primers and how to get that flawless finish of your skin. Then on January 24th, we're going to be doing where to contour, where to highlight, how to give your skin just a radiant glow that looks natural and age appropriate. When you're like a teenager, there's a different kind of shimmer and shine and glitter and things that you might do versus a professional woman going to work, right? And so we're going to teach about that. On January 31st, we are going to be doing wow brows. And so we're going to teach you where your brows are supposed to go, where the arch should be, as well as techniques on how to define them and accentuate them in a way that is going to really frame your eyes and complement your face and look natural. Then in February, we go to eyes, oh my. And so that's where we're going to teach you things like how to apply the colors in a way that is going to most flatter your eye shape. Maybe you have a deep set eye. Maybe you have a wide set eye, a close set eye. Maybe you have a hooded eye. So maybe your eyes are really big. Maybe they're really small. There is no such thing as bad or wrong or not as good. Okay, so that is something that, again, it's about being more confident in who you are, in exactly how you are created. And so on February 14th, we're going to have our own little Galentine's Day with Kissology. And so some people may have hot dates to go on, and that's fine. However, many of us, even whether we're single, married, whatever it may be, we do not. My husband and I don't really do anything on Valentine's Day. So we decided it would be really fun to have a cool girlfriend's space to celebrate and have fun. So our Kissology, not only are we going to teach you how to apply lip liner, lipstick, lip gloss, how to select colors that are best for you, how to create a my mind just went blank, but a wardrobe of color with just a few products. You don't need 50 lipsticks to have 50 lipstick shades. Okay, so we're going to teach you how you can mix those colors. And then we're going to have a really fun kissology test where you are able to kiss a piece of paper and hold it up, and we're going to look at all of our lipstick, like our shapes of our lips when we've done our lipstick and kissed it, and it tells you your personality. So just fun things like that. On the 21st, we're going to talk all about lashes, and then our last one is the flawless finish. Powder, like setting powders, finishing sprays, what to use, how to use it, why to use it, when to use it, and all of those excellent things. And so the goal here again is really to help you feel absolutely beautiful and confident in the skin that you're in. That it's not about being a certain age, a certain weight, a certain color, a certain face shape, eye shape, whatever. This is about you knowing how to apply it in a way that is going to accentuate your best features and compliment you and just really make you feel excited to step out the door and make eye contact and, give people your best smile, and, maybe even try new things, meet new people, whatever it is that are your goals for the new year. Okay. So, the other thing that I wanted to share with you is, let me find it here. Oh gosh, I guess it's not in that one. Hang on just a second. Our brand manifesto. And we won't necessarily go through this every single week, but this is our foundation. As today, what we're doing is kind of setting the tone, setting the foundation of exactly what we're going to be doing. And so let me share the Mary Kay brand manifesto with you, because we are unique. Oh, wrong button. All right, so our brand manifesto. We are a brand with a purpose, built by a woman for women. Opportunity is what we create, beauty is what we sell, and hope is what we give back. We believe in the empowerment of women. Everything we do is with a desire to help them feel beautiful inside and out and create personal relationships like no other brand can. And so that is who we are as a company. And I want to share with you who we are as a unit, our unit mission statement. And I should have had my other amazing empowered consultants ready to share these things. You're going to be hearing from them in future weeks. I am just setting the tone this week, so I didn't ask them. Otherwise, they could be doing some of this for me. So ladies, just be prepared, because you're going to be doing a lot more in the weeks to come. It's going to be great, but you guys are used to it because we meet every Tuesday night. We've been doing this for a while and we love taking turns. So our unit mission is to shine by building empowering connections, growing in our God-given gifts, and living in our vision today, not someday. So our vision is about who we be, right? Not what we have, not what we do, but who we be and how we can live in that space every single day, not in our circumstances. And our core values, our team core values are honor, community, growth, influence, and courage. And I think that you will see how this Color Confident course supports those core values and expands that vision. So today we are talking about color theory. So what is color theory? Now, if you're in our Empowered VIPs group, then you have access. I've already shared, or in my Be Beautiful, my personal customer group, I shared these different documents with you so that you can pull them up. And you can save them. You can be looking at them on your phone if you want to. So I'm going to share the screen though, so that you have access to these.
Very cool.
Okay. All right. Now the challenge with this is I always have a hard time getting this to, there we go. All right. So the Mary Kay color wheel, and y'all, those of you who weren't on in the beginning, I'll tell you, I had my director's jacket on. Our air conditioning has been broken since the first week of December. And of course, it's 80 degrees in Austin, Texas right now in January. Yes, it is. So I was getting all working up a little heat there, trying to get all this to work. So I'm going to put my jacket back on so you guys don't have to see my bare arms. And I'm going to put my glasses back on. So I want to tell you about what this color wheel is. How many of you think this looks familiar from school, right? Elementary school, we start learning what the color wheel looks like. And we know that we have three primary colors. We have the red on top, we have the blue, and we have the yellow. All right, so those are the three primary colors. And when you combine these colors, you can do, a big variety of colors on the spectrum, right? So if you have, yellow and red makes orange, yellow and blue makes green, and all of that. Then we have our secondary colors. Let's see if I can zoom into this a little bit. All right, so the secondary colors are orange, green, and purple. And those are the colors created when you mix two primary colors, like the ones that I just listed. Then we have tertiary colors. These are color combinations, primary and secondary. So red and ppurple are going to make, kind of a plum color. Yellow and orange are going to make a more orangey gold color. Blue and green are going to make like a turquoise type color, that kind of thing. All right. And so that's where you start getting into some of these tertiary colors. And of course, our eyeshadows are, most of the colors in our Mary Kay makeup are going to be tertiary colors. Now, we do have a true red lipstick, right? And we do have a gold, we have gold eyeshadow. We don't have like a bright orange eyeshadow, although some people do. But we really stick more with kind of the secondary, like the softer, combination of colors. But when you want to think about complementary colors, all right, and this isn't just for eyeshadow, this is for clothing and all. This is like just to give you just a general idea of color concepts in general. I know I'm saying in general twice. Complementary colors are pairs of colors that are found opposite each other on the color wheel. So these create high contrast when next to each other, such as red next to green, blue next to orange, or purple next to yellow. All right, so do you see how these are the opposites of the color wheel when you look at how they go across each other. Can everyone see that?
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. Okay, great. Then we start looking at our warm and cool colors. Okay, so the color wheel can be divided into warm and cool. Warm colors are red, yellow, and orange. Cool colors are blue, green, and purple. All right, so here you can see, you can have a warm green and a cool green. You can have a warm red and a cool red. All right. Does anyone have any questions about the color wheel, just in general, and understanding complementary colors and understanding warm and cool? Okay, wonderful. All right, so the next thing, okay. Oh, share screen. Yes. Okay. So now we can look at some eyeshadow colors. All right. So when we're thinking, actually, before we get to the eyes, hold on. Let me stop share. Oh, I did stop share. Okay. So let's talk about skin tones. All right. So one of the first steps to figuring out our makeup plan, or, and matching, is our foundation. So understanding your skin tone, you might be cool, you might be warm, you might be neutral. So a cool skin tone is one that has a pink undertone, right? So if you tend to burn, or you burn and then tan, no, sorry. If you tend to burn, you are a pink undertone. If your skin tone does not change year round, so even if you go out in the sun, and I'm not talking about, well, because I wear a hat and I wear sunscreen and I don't go in the sun, I stay the same color. But if you were to go out and be at the beach every day, would you get darker or do you stay the same color year round?
Mm.
Those would be a cool undertone. So those who burn and those who just don't, like, just you stay the same color year round, are cool undertones. If you burn and then tan, or you aren't really quite sure, you're kind of in the, like, everything is, pink looks too pink and warm, and like olive looks too olive, you are probably neutral undertone. If you just get darker and darker and darker and you rarely, if ever, burn, you are probably a warm undertone or an olive. All right, so cool is pink, warm is olive, and then neutral is neither. All right, so when you look at your foundation matching, your undertone does not change. Even when you get darker, if you are a pink undertone, then you are pink when you are at your lightest ivory or beige or whatever is your lightest shade. Or if you are bronze, but you're like a light bronze in the winter, but then you get darker and you're a dark bronze in the summer, your undertone doesn't change. And that's why in Mary Kay, our foundations are, we have a number coding of darkness. So we have ivory 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 200, all the way on. And then we have beige 100, 110, 120, all the way up. And then we have bronze 100, 200, So the 100 to 200 and all that is the darkness of it. The C is if you are cool. The N is if you're neutral, and the W is if you are warm. So for example, let me grab a lookbook. When you look at your Mary Kay lookbook and you go to the back, the foundations are always listed here in the back. Okay, and we have multiple shades of foundations. Now our CC cream it is designed to just kind of work with your chemistry and balance out. So you don't necessarily have to match the undertone. All it's doing is giving you a very light, like a tinted moisturizer coverage. So that's why it just has fewer shades, and it's very light, light to medium, medium to deep, deep, and very deep. Okay. But our Time-Wise 3D in matte and luminous those are designed to give you very full coverage. But even with full coverage, we don't want to look like we have makeup on, right? You don't ever want anyone to be able to look at you and tell that you have foundation on. So if you can see your foundation, then you are not wearing the right color. And so if you were to look at this, there is an ivory C100 and a C110, but then it goes to W130, N140. So if, let's say, for example, that in the winter, you're an ivory C110. I'm not going to go to the warm 120 or 130. That is not going to match your undertone. It's going to make you look green. You're going to look sick. Everyone's going to ask you if you're in your first trimester because you're going to look like you're about to throw up all the time. All right. Or if you've seen people where their face looks pink, like they're sunburned, then they're not, that's not the right skin tone. So what we do then is we actually go all the way to a beige C110. Now, what I often do is, let's say, for example, that I have a customer and she's an ivory C110. And the next C is a beige C110. And she tries that and it's too dark. Now, I can try one of the neutral colors and see if that works okay, if she's not super pink undertoned, if she's not really, really cool. But what I like to do myself, and what I teach a lot of my clients to do, is to figure out what is your lightest winter shade and what is your darkest summer shade. And then you can mix all year long and get it just right. Because not everyone is this way, but for me, I can be a different color every single day. If I go for a walk, I get tan. But then it fades quickly too, you know? So especially in the summer, it's like I'm out in the sun, we go to the lake, I get crazy dark, and then I'm not in the sun again for a week, and then it just fades every day a little bit. And so I like to get my lightest shade, my darkest shade, and then I just mix them all year long. Okay, so that's one of the options. And so that's where that undertone, sticking with that right undertone for you, can make it to where you can have just 2 foundations. You don't need like 4 or 5 or 6. All right, and you can match perfectly all year long. So I'm going to pause for questions. Any questions about that? And you can just unmute and feel free to say if you have any questions about cool, warm. And then with the bronze skin tones, same thing. The warm are the ones that get darker, seasonally. And the cools don't get darker at all. And you'll notice that in the bronze, there are not any neutral. Okay, there's no ends, because the bronze skin tones tend to either have that warm golden color, or they have that more deep ebony type color. All right.
Reagan, this is going to it takes me a long time to learn this art of, because I can't see color. I can't see. So it takes me a little bit. It's going to take me a little bit. So it's something I need to take it slow to see, and it probably needs to be with pictures of the, you know what I'm saying? It's just a little bit hard.
Right. Yes.
I try and but it takes time.
Yeah, and it does. It takes practice. It's to the point now where I can look at someone and I can kind of guess, but that's why those questions are there, because she knows. You may not be able to look at her and know, but she knows if she burns or if she gets darker seasonally. She knows that.
Oh,
and so that's why asking those questions to your customer. And then as consultants, we have the foundation finder tool. And if you do not still have yours from your starter kit, or if you got the eStart and didn't get this, then you can order it on InTouch under section 2, under the tools. And the goal is that, so this is, you can't tell, but this is actually a clear plastic. I might have mine right here. It's not a white piece of paper that those colors are on. It is a clear plastic tool. Yes, I do have mine right here. Okay, so it's clear. Can y'all see me? I'm not. Okay, so on the share screen, I'm not seeing me. I'm seeing like you guys. So, okay, so this is clear. See how it has colors?
Yeah.
All right. All right, so if I hold this against myself, the one that you can't see is the foundation for me. It disappears. So that's the goal, is that you have this tool as a consultant and you can hold it, beige, ivory, bronze, and you can hold it up to her face and figure out which one disappears. All right, when she doesn't have makeup on. And if you're doing an on the go, I recommend here. This, especially in the summer, the back of your hand and the top of your arm. Well, actually, I'll be honest. You know what I do is I have her go like this, and I figure out, because some people are out in the sun and their hands are really dark, but they're great about wearing sunscreen or they wear hats. And so this is a better match. Some are out and they're tan. Or maybe they got, and here's the other thing is, if you suspect that she got a spray tan, ask her. Because if I go get a spray tan, that is painting a different color on me. So that can change my undertone and what my natural color would be. So you might need to ask her, am I matching you or your spray tan? Okay. Because if that's something
Mhm.
that she does regularly and she needs it to blend and match because that like she's going on a trip and or she's getting married and she needs her foundation to match her body, then that's kind of important, right? But if you match her when she just got a spray tan and then a month later she's frustrated because it doesn't match anymore, well, that's why. So yes, so matching,
Cousin question.
yes.
Pale. I met a lady who was real. I couldn't even. I didn't even know what to say to her. I mean, she didn't ask me. I was just staring at her because I was like, "Well, how would you figure it? She's real pale, no pink, no nothing, just
Right.
real."
So she's fair. She's not pale. She's fair.
Oh, thank
She's
you.
fair skinned. And
There's.
that is where you would ask her, do you burn easily? Do you,
Oh,
or do you burn and then tan? And
also, I
so
get you now. You're saying the questions are going to get you the answer to what. So it's not really thinking; it's just asking the questions. It's
exactly,
okay. I
exactly.
got you.
You don't have to be able to look at her and know. You ask her the questions, and when she, and then, but you, and as a brand new consultant, honestly, I ask those questions. You can ask, do you burn and then peel, or do you burn and then tan? Because if you burn and then peel, you're cool.
Mm.
If you burn and then tan, you're neutral. And if you just tan, you're warm.
No matter what color you are.
Exactly.
Get out of here.
It doesn't matter whether you're ivory, beige, or bronze. It is that it is. And then I can even say, so, okay, so you're probably a warm. So would you say that you're more like this color or this color? What do you think you might be? And that is why in Mary Kay, we do color consultations so that you can stripe test. And consultants, if you go to the Color Confident class, and then we're going to move on to make sure that we stay in our timeline. And then Wanda, you and I can definitely have more conversations one-on-one about this if you feel like you need it. But the Color Confident class in Touch, if you go to the foundations, they have really cool videos showing Luis Casco doing a stripe test, showing exactly how you do the 3 stripe test on the side of the cheek to match ivory, beige, and bronze. He shows all 3. So you guys will love that. You'll love that. And I think that will also help to give you some confidence there. Okay, so moving on, when we think about, so that's skin tone. So now we're going to start talking about eye colors. All right. And so eye color is so fun. And it may be something that you've never even thought about. It may be something that you've just always wondered, what do I do? How do I know if I'm wearing the right eye color or the right eyeshadows for my eye color? Well, again, when we look at that color wheel, the opposite colors are very complementary. Now, when you have brown eyes are basically a combination of the color wheel spectrum. So brown eyes look fabulous with any color. They especially pop though with jewel tones. And so here are 3 examples of some color looks. You might want to jot one down because if you are watching this as a customer, you might want to get together with your beauty consultant and ask her to get some samples to you, or you may know that you're ready for some color and you want to have a customized compact. Now, remember, again, we get to try before we buy, but we also have a 100% satisfaction guarantee. So if you decide that you would like your beauty consultant to make a custom compact for you, you can see how this is actually, our compacts are magnetic. So you can completely customize. I'm going to take one out. All right, I'm being very careful so I don't stab the eyeshadow. All right, so see, I just pop it out. So let's say you've got blue eyes and you really love that look of moonstone, frozen iris, and dusty rose. However, you're not positive about one of those colors. Maybe you feel like the dusty rose is a little too pink. You've tried those colors before, you don't really like it. that's fine. You can swap that dusty rose out for any other color. So your consultant can create a custom eye color look for you. These are just 3 for each eye color that have been designed by our global cosmetologists. All right. So these people really know what they're doing, and they've put together these on trend color complementary. All right. So if you have brown eyes, purple looks great. This bright, the royal evening navy is fabulous. And emerald noir, wow, looks absolutely phenomenal. All right, so it's showing you the highlight, the crease, and the base color. If you have blue eyes, all right, to complement blue, orange is going to really pop. So golds, right? Colors with earthy undertones. And so you've got sandcastle, soft heather, and gold status here. You've got blossom, which is a soft matte pink, shiny penny, which I actually have shiny penny on. It's a deep gold, and hazelnut as a mid-tone. Or you could do like the biscotti, cinnabar, and dusty rose. And those are all matte if you don't like shimmer. Now, I will say that our Chroma Fusion colors are specifically designed. It's not like back in the day when if we had older eyes, that the shimmer would make our eyes, it would really age us and kind of accentuate crepiness. These do not have that same effect. So you don't have to be as afraid of shimmer as we used to be before, and the amazing technology that we have now. Now, green eyes, the opposite on the color wheel of green is purple. And so I have green eyes. So I wore purple today, just so you guys could see that you don't need to be afraid of purple. And it really can make your eyes stand out. And so we've got 3 different examples of colors that have those golds and purples. Anything with a red undertone. So pinks and purples are going to really pop. Even those more red browns, like rustic and hot fudge is a good one. Cinnabar also looks great. That's up here with the blue one. Now, does that mean that if you have brown eyes, you should never wear one of these colors? No. Or if you have blue eyes, don't ever wear blue? No, it's just that blue eyeshadow does not make blue eyes pop the way that purples and golds do. And so that's something that maybe you know might be a new lesson that you didn't know about. All right, any questions about how to select eye colors based on your or eyeshadows based on your eye color?
I have a question.
Yes.
What about hazel eyes? What would you suggest?
So hazel are typically kind of put along with the green, but again, you could hazel, if you look at the color wheel, well, let's see. Oh, in fact, here, okay, so here's In Touch. You can see how you can do this. All right, so color theory. I'm just showing you our customers are seeing our little secret tricks. Look at this. Oh, hold on. Actually, I've already done it. So let me see here. Here we go. It's down here. All right. So here's the color wheel. So, you know, if you're trying to think about like, are they kind of a greenish gold hazel? So then like the plums, you know, you're looking at different shades of purples and plums. Are going to be the best bet. And then if you look at so you're looking at that opposite, right? Okay. Excellent. All right. Any other questions about eye colors with your eyeshadows? The next thing that we're going to talk about is high and low contrast. All right. So if you have dark hair and really fair skin, like my sister, she's like a Snow White. Okay, so dark hair, fair skin, you are considered high contrast. So my sister can wear bright berry lips and it looks incredible on her. And it doesn't, she can wear that as an everyday color. Now I can wear bright berry lips. I have fair skin and fair hair, lighter hair and darker skin. So I am considered low contrast. I can wear bright berry, but you're going to notice that I am wearing bright berry. It's going to be like a statement color on me. Whereas my sister can wear it and it just looks professional and great. And it's wonderful. It's not like, it doesn't really like stand out. And so keeping that in mind is that when you're looking at, you know, maybe your sister or your friend or somebody wears a color and you're like, why does that look so different on her than it does on me? When we wear, you know, different colors, it's going to look different based on our hair color, our skin tone, and our skin, the undertone, as well as just the color of our skin. So any color that we have is going to look different than it on me, than it does on Wanda, than it does on Diane. You know, it's going to look different on all of us, but that doesn't mean that it can't look fabulous. You will notice that some people just look better with different colors. So I am a summer, a spring. I look great in bright colors. If I put on a fall, like a rust or like our Longhorn orange here in Austin, there's like, you know, shades of Longhorn orange. There's the like fall leaves rust orange. And then there's kind of a little bit of a brighter version of that. I'm going to go with the brighter version if I'm wearing Longhorn stuff, right? And so I look much better in true primary colors and in those like cool colors. So royal blue, turquoise, coral, things like that. I'm always going to look better than I am in the fall colors. Whereas my mom looks phenomenal in fall colors. And, you know, and everybody, here's a trick. Everybody looks good in coral. Everybody looks good in turquoise. Everybody looks good in red. And really everybody looks good in bright blue. Not everybody looks good in moss green. You know, not everybody looks good in rust. But if you want a color that you know that you can absolutely guarantee looks amazing on you, wear either a true color or wear coral. Coral looks fabulous on every skin tone. There's not a skin tone that looks bad on. Okay, so when we think about high and low contrast, that can impact also our cheek color, our lip color, and all of that. And so I want to show you guys the blush. Hang on a second. Oh, let me go here. Let me share the screen. Pushing all the buttons. Okay, so here is our Mary Kay blush line to give you an idea. And these are the ones that are recommended for the different skin tones. So this is important because if you have somebody who has ivory skin and she's like, well, I don't like pinks, I like browns. That does not mean that Desert Rose is going to look good on her. So it's important, or like, let's, you know, so it's that palette of colors is really important to keep in mind. And if you are a beige, these colors are too light for you. They're just too light for you. Be a little bit bolder. You got to get down here. The lightest you would want to go is Shy Blush if you're a beige skin tone. Go for the Juicy Peach. Go for the hot coral. Go for the Golden Copper. And keep in mind that, you know, with your cheeks, you don't necessarily want people to say, wow, I love your blush. Like, I don't know why we're like, oh, it's great for someone to say, oh, I love your lipstick, or, oh, I love your eyeshadow. But we don't necessarily want someone to say, wow, I really love your blush. But if you don't have blush on your face, you lose all dimension in your face. So it is really unflattering on your face. You look totally washed out. especially if you're in pictures. You need lots of extra blush. And wearing blush actually makes your eyes pop more. Okay. And then with lips, we're going to go into a lot more with lips on our Kissology on Valentine's Day. But similar, you're going, keep in mind that a nude for an ivory skin tone is not the same as a nude for an ebony skin tone and everything in between. And so we're going to talk about how to wear colors that flatter you, how to find even neutrals and things that you can wear a natural lip, but the thing that I worry about sometimes is people go into this nude look, but then if you matte, like you don't want your lips to be so nude that it looks like you don't have any lips, right? You still want to look like you have lips. And so knowing how to wear nude really, really well. And again, depending on your high contrast, low contrast, nude really may not be the way to go. Now you can go natural. And that's something too that helps whether you're a consultant or a client, knowing the difference and being able to communicate. Are you really wanting nude or are you wanting natural? Because natural lips they have color to them. They're pink and they can have a little bit of a coral or a little bit of a pink undertone and be soft and light, but still accentuate the fact that you do have lips. Right? We don't want your lips to totally disappear. Okay, any question about the cheeks? You can see that we have, it's whether it's pink or whether it's coral, really it's more about your ivory, beige, and bronze. Now, if you have really, really pink undertoned skin, I find most women really know what they like. And it is not uncommon though for us to do, let's say I'm somewhere here, she's an ivory skin tone and she's not sure if she wants to go with that kind of more matte pink or a shimmery with a hint of coral shy blush. We do one on each cheek. Because here's the deal, you guys, it's not a tattoo, right? This is their chance to play and have fun with it. It's not a tattoo. So you can do one on one side and one on the other. Or again, you can check it on the inside. Take a cotton ball with your demos and check it on the inside of your arm and see which one you like better. Now, worst case scenario, you get a custom compact, you fill it, and you decide that is, that cheek color is not right for you, or that eyeshadow is just, you're never going to wear it. The company gives us a 100% satisfaction guarantee. So that means that you can actually buy the color, get it home, use it, and then you can if you just don't absolutely love it, you absolutely 100% can return it to your consultant. The company will replace it for her. Okay, so the company honors that so that we can give you that opportunity to not worry about trying things, and not being afraid, because how much money have you spent in department stores and even grocery stores, and I ran into our CVS, that's one of our little pharmacy, stores, the other day. Oh, it was on our way to see each other in Dallas, remember? And I ran in and they had these cute little fedora hats, and hats usually don't fit my head because I have a really small head. And I was like, oh my gosh, I think those will fit me. So of course I bought one in each color, and I run in there and I get my nail polish. And so I know that you might run in and you happen to see on that aisle, you're not even in there for makeup, and you happen to see that lipstick or that foundation, or maybe you just completely ran out of your concealer. So you just grab something, it looks right. You take it home, you use it, and you realize it's absolutely not the right color, and you hate the way it feels, and it smells weird, and you're stuck with it. You can't even return it, right? And so we want to save our clients time and money to have products that they absolutely love and want to wear all the time, right? Okay, so before I wrap us up for our first Color Confident, any questions about the color theory, the color wheel? And because my goal with this is to give you a bit of a foundation of understanding so that when we have our classes over the next few weeks, you can have colors in front of you. Maybe you've never worn purple before and you're like, okay, guess I'm supposed to try some purple. So I want you to be able to have purple in front of you then, have your products in front of you. If you're a client, reach out to your consultant. Like I said, she may be able to get you some samples. She may be able to go ahead and get you a compact put together. You guys can talk about what you want to have to be able to try it while we're teaching you exactly where to put it. Also, we are going to be using our professional brushes. And so if you have a great collection of brushes, fabulous, have those cleaned and ready to go. If you don't, we have those available on our websites as well. Oh, which reminds me, speaking of our websites, I wanted to make sure to show you guys. I'm going to pull up my website, which should look pretty much exactly like your beauty consultants. If I'm not your consultant, here we go. Your consultant's website is pretty much going to look the same as mine. It's amazing. The company actually manages the website for us. So we have this like multi-billion-dollar company website, even though we're just like a work from home entrepreneurial business. Love it so much. So here is our incredible award-winning website where you can virtually try products on. You can do so many different things. And so I wanted to show you how you can actually go to your beauty consultant's website and you can type in foundation. Got to move my little Zoom thing over here. Foundation match. All right. So here we go. All right. Foundation shade finder quiz. And you can take the little test that's going to ask you those questions like what Wanda and I were talking about. It says, take the quiz, and it's going to ask, and it's going to help you narrow down what they think is probably your best foundation, but then it's going to give you another 1 or 2 options that you may want to consider. And so this is remarkably on point. So that is really cool. So I want to make sure you guys knew that your consultant has that available on her website for you to try anytime. Okay. So hopefully you'll come back each Tuesday. We've got 7 more 30-minute segments on color application. If you are not able to join us live on Zoom, then you can see it live through our Facebook Empowered VIPs group. You can schedule an in-person consultation with your Mary Kay Beauty consultant to try all of these things. You can do a one-on-one Zoom or FaceTime appointment with your beauty consultant to try these things. We also have Miracle Monday. So if you would like to learn more about skincare, we put together a customized skincare package for you, and I mail it. So you RSVP and register through your beauty consultant, but you're actually going to get a super really neat, and I mean it, it's really cool little package filled with all kinds of samples. And we do that basically, it's every other Monday. And so if you would like to get some customized skincare, because we know that the real foundation of feeling confident in the skin that we're in, foundation looking better, eye makeup looking better, everything works better, goes on better, stays better when we have clean, healthy, primed skin. And so that is our Miracle Monday event. And so you can touch base with your beauty consultant about that. Also wanted to make sure you know that these Color Confident classes are open to the public. So not everything we do is just, oh, invite anybody, but this is, we want you to know that you can invite any of your friends to this who you think would enjoy learning. You may have a daughter that you would love for her to learn some application techniques. You may have a sister who just loves makeup. You may have a friend who never wears makeup because no one ever taught her how. Whatever the case may be, this is a fun thing to do on a Tuesday night. We would love for you to be with us. And I will post our specials that we're going to have. We are going to have a special offer, and I have that. Let me see if I can find it just to share it with you, just in case you're not in our Facebook group. I want you to be able to see, and then your beauty consultant can share it with you. Where to go? Okay, I'm going to do this. I had it pulled up, but I'm not sure if oh, that's where it is. Okay. All right. Okay, are you guys able to see the Ultimate Empowered Woman? color closing sheet. Okay, I think I have to stop share and start again. Okay, so we do have some special offers. For example, our All Things Glamorous. That is like all the things. That's everything that we're going to talk about. It includes the brushes. It includes the concealer, the under eye corrector, the compact with 3 eyeshadows, cheek color. It does include a highlighter and the contour. I mean, it's pretty much everything that we're going to be talking about over the next 8 weeks. And that is over $338 in value. And you're getting it for $290. And then we have some other special offers. Our Glamour Basics, that's a $254 value, and you're getting that for $230. This is for our color confident clients. Reach out to your beauty consultant if you're like, you know what, I know that it's time. Because did you know that you're supposed to replace your mascara every 3 months and your lipstick every year? So don't wait until it's gross and stinky and gone and run out. Like if you're using it up to that point, it's probably way, way, way longer than you should be using it. And so take care of yourself, pamper yourself. And we love to offer, special deals for our friends that come on and join us live. So this will be in our Empowered VIP group. And if you are not in Facebook and you need to get it directly from your consultant, just reach out to her and ask her to send it to you. We have it in a JPEG and a PDF. All right, friends, anything else? Consultants. Okay, so here, I want to hear y'all's, before we stop going live, I do want to hear any kind of feedback that y'all have. What did you learn? Say something that you learned that you heard for the first time, or was a reminder that you're like, oh yeah, I forgot. I'm supposed to know that. And I totally forgot about that.
Blush color.
Yeah.
That was big for me because I'm like, oh, I'm not wearing the right color. I should be, but I'm not. So thank you. I learned
Yes. Have
something
you been
new
wearing one
tonight.
that's like too light and you're
Too
realizing
light.
you okay?
Right.
Great. Great. So just a little extra confidence in going with that little bit of bolder color that's going to show up, give a little more pop.
Mhm.
Love it.
Eyes. I learned a little bit more about eyes. It's, because I'm trying to learn and trying to wear more and whatever. So I got some, the colors and whatnot. So that really, kind of light bulb. Okay.
Excellent. Yes. Some more colors to try with your beautiful blue eyes. Yes. I love it.
The skin tone.
Mm-hmm.
Skin tones are really interesting. I think I'm on skin tone.
Yes. Wonderful. Excellent. Okay, friends. Well, consultants, stay on. Guests, you are welcome to leave. Now, you are welcome to stay on too and just see what we do, what we love to do every week for our Tuesday night. This is when we gather, we do training, we do some recognition and celebrations of our business successes. We just got back from a really fun weekend in December. We had what we call a January jumpstart. And so we're going to talk a little bit about that and share some of our fun aha moments and things that we learned. And so you're welcome to stay on. We don't have any secrets, but we're going to stop the recording. We're going to stop the live, and then we will see you back here at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time next Tuesday. Thanks so much for being on, and thank you for your patience in the delay with technology. That should not happen again next week now that we've got it sorted out. Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye. All right. So hold on just a second. I'm going to stop the